Hello, it's Nina here. Hi, beautiful souls. I honor the divine in you that is within me. And today I want to offer a channeled reading. I just feel inspired to do this. So, yeah, let's see what wants to come through collectively to be shared with all. That will resonate for all of us. And if it doesn't, maybe it won't. But just see what does come in for you. So let's see. So just take some deep breaths and connect into the silence, feeling that connection to spirit. Just calming all my emotions and feelings so I can tune in. And I think this is a helpful process to know this, how to connect within to yourself, to your own universal guidance. And yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit in the past and recently as well, just supporting people tuning in. Just feeling really relaxed, and it might help to meditate first. And then we are in a place where our thoughts and feelings aren't really heightened. So we're in a relaxed and comfortable position where it can come through more fluidly. And it does take practice. So, yeah. And it's practicing not listening to the noise, but listening to the very, very subtle energy that's coming through our intuition, through thought, through intuitive feeling, maybe through inner knowing, and through our third eye, seeing any images. So yeah, that has been asked to be shared with you. I'm feeling some angelic energy swirling around. Bringing in calm and comfort. I know many of us have been going through some difficult patches. Lots of transition and change. Seeing rainbows and healing coming through. Trust that healing's coming through whether you are asking for it or not. Or if you're open to it on a subconscious level, then you will be receiving. And there's so much support there in the background. And just coming around and feeling that support around your, like holding you around your back. And you can connect into that now and feel it. I think we're in a time with great courage, where great courage is needed to follow our truth and our inner alignment and what will bring us into inner alignment. A lot of us going against the grain of society, and that can be difficulties can come at you, but just stay soft, stay connected, and Connect to that love of yourself, that universal love, that pure love that you are. And, take that out into the world. I'm seeing a bit of roughness in the seas, and things may have been a little rough, but there is some settle. I do see some settling of that, especially towards going into autumn and into October. Instead, just be reminded that we have a divine life plan, and that's happening through ourselves. We don't need to do anything, but I suppose when life is happening and flowing through us already, so you can just trust that and open up to yourself more, and then it will become more fluid, and you might be able to really recognize that and recognize in which way your life is flowing. You might have visions, which is really important, and you might have dreams and hopes, and and recognizing when they are from our spirit and our true self, and not from our thinking mind and personal desires that might not be to our highest good. I think if you've been on the spiritual path some time, you might already be aware that not everything comes to fruition that we want, and sometimes we don't know, we can't see whether those things are from our, especially in the beginning, whether they are our personal desires that aren't in our highest interest, or whether they are from that life is just happening. Life is just happening through us, and we can just connect with that soul purpose through that way, rather than from our thinking mind and what we want, where we wouldn't be connected to our spirit. It would just be connected to more of an identity. So yeah, just holding that back and bringing yourself back to your own spirit and to your own being. And with everything that we're seeing now in the media and in social media, what everyone else is doing, it's very, there's lots of stuff out there. And it doesn't mean that it's not right, or it's not right for some people. But we're all on different, timelines and different kind of, we're going through things differently at different, we're not all, we are the same on one underneath, but we're kind of all moving differently as well, because we come from different backgrounds. We've got different ways of being. We've got different energies, and we've got to really tune into what's authentic and true for us, and really listen to that inner feeling of yes, which we might feel expansive, especially around our heart, our stomach area, solar plexus area, in our womb space, gut area. I might feel no, and that would feel like a contraction at the heart, a contraction at the womb space. Now, I would say that personal fears can get in the way with that, and self-sabotage, etc. And when our mind comes up, quite often we can tune out of that by connecting. And maybe if our bodies, we're listening to listen to our bodies, but sometimes we can tune in a bit deeper to our womb and to our hara, to our lower dantian, which is the lower energy point. So we can really rest and feel a sense down there. So it's really important to feel how we feel at every level, whether that's our mind, our heart, our womb, our hara, our gut, and how we feel at every level, and really tuning into that and tuning into our own frequency, our own inner knowing, our own intuitions. And that's when we can feel intuition and support and guidance come through more easily, because we're very in tune with ourselves. And you can sort of have a resonance and tell what's different between truth and not. And that's truth for you. It might not be truth for somebody else. And we have to just be open and just concentrate on ourselves. Yeah. So let's see if we want to talk about anything else. Right, there's lots of karma being tied up right now, just as we move through a transition, like the karma's being any loose ends, anything or patterns or self-sabotage are kind of being the last bits of, like, some bits been unraveled or loose ends have been tied up, so we can move forward more clearly and more brightly into our more authentic selves. And we just need to trust that what is happening is what is happening, and really just be okay with that. And a really deep sense of feeling on an energetic level. And it can be really hard, but it will pass, whatever we're going through, especially in the difficulties in relationships, or difficulties like with how you're feeling right now about everything, life. That's when it's really important to connect to your heart and just move through the transition knowing that the universal intelligence is actually supporting you, and also using some positive mantras can be supportive and helpful to you. Singing and tuning into some really positive, high vibrational music, using sound to support you as well. You are the light that you need, so tune into that. That's all. Just deal with any inner child issues through nurturing yourself and nurturing that inner child's voice and what she wants and needs. Really feel into her and see how you can say you're here for your inner child, and you're here to support her through anything she's going through. And is there anything that she wants you to be with, or connecting into how you feel and being there for her emotionally, be a loving parent to ourselves, be your own guide, and trust in your inner knowing. And the horses are coming in, unicorns and horses, so they are coming in to support sharing with us their wisdom of strength and power, sensitivity, and like connecting to our soul. Being in a diversity of weathers and conditions, but just being with that. Going with everything you intuitively feel is right, and supporting yourself. And of course, connecting to nature in whichever way you feel drawn to. Whether you feel being near a fast river or a still lake, whether you feel like being in the open or whether you feel like being in the trees. Use your intuition to feel guided about where to go, or whether you need to be near stones. It all matters. It's all important. And I hope that helps and supports your week. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.